Ashes are rising, and so are we. Welcome to Ashes with Abe.
Dude, I can't believe we're finally hanging out again. It's been almost 12 years. Back then we played that MMORPG together, remember?
Speaking of MMO, have you heard about Ashes of Creation? It's dropping in like 2 weeks.
Ashes of what now? Sounds like another one of those cash grabs where I need to sell my soul or at least 2 months rent for a mount and a shiny sword.
Fair enough, but this time it's different, trust me. Remember when MMORPGs were all about the grind and exploration instead of swiping your credit card?
Yeah, I miss those days. What makes this one special though?
Dude, it's everything we've been waiting for, I'm serious. The systems in Ashes are on a whole other level.
Alright, I'm listening.
Buckle up, let me tell you about the key pillars of Ashes. Let's start with the soul and heart of Ashes, the node system. Imagine a world where every action you take changes the landscape. Ashes is built around nodes. These living and breathing zones evolve as players interact with the world. You're not just grinding quests. Everything you do, from gathering to slaying monsters, grows the nearby node. Small camps could become sprawling cities, unlocking epic dungeons, quests, and even world-changing events. And the best part? No two servers will ever look the same. Every player contributes to the evolution of the world in a way that truly counts. In Ashes, there are 4 types of nodes: divine, economic, military, and scientific. And each one brings unique benefits and superpowers. You can now elect mayors, build civilizations, or even fight rivaling nodes in massive wars. It's a system where your choices shape the future, and that's just the beginning. Next up, the second pillar, risk versus reward. If Steven Sharif is known for one thing, it's reminding us that Ashes lives this philosophy.
When you involve scarcity and you involve conflict, that's when players who have different interests can exercise those interests in the world, and sometimes that may involve what you have built or done. And that's okay. It's okay to do that because, again, that's the risk versus reward relationship.
That's what you mean by griefing when you're talking about it in context here.
That is a good question. So first, I asked Margaret this week to include for our stream today a section to discuss PvP, risk versus reward, and griefing, right, in the live stream. And that's because there's been some healthy discussion.
Or here, literally on their homepage. This game doesn't hold your hands. It's a dangerous world with open world PvP. Once you leave the starter zones, you're stepping into a world where anyone can attack at any time. But it's not a free-for-all slaughter. A corruption system keeps random killing sprees in check. Attack the wrong person unprovoked, and corruption will make you a target for bounty hunters while weakening your own combat abilities. Oh wait, it actually can be a lawless bloodbath. Some areas actually are completely lawless.
So this map that you're seeing here, obviously, this represents portions of the lawless zones as well in the Sandsquall Desert, as well as the Turquoise Sea Tropics. Those are spaces where we have included a kind of temporary mechanic that don't have nodes within them. However, they do have node caravansary.
Here you auto-flag for PvP with 0 repercussions. For now, these zones will be placeholders for the open sea during Alpha 2, where naval isn't present at the start. But here's where things get truly exciting. The rewards can be massive. PvP plays a critical role in defending your node or joining massive sieges that could level entire cities. And then there are caravans. The thrill of transporting valuable goods in caravans while knowing you could be ambushed at any moment is what makes the risk versus reward system so exhilarating. Every decision counts. Do you play it safe or risk it all for glory? Let me know in the comments below how you will handle caravan runs to make the big buck. Now let's talk about something every MMORPG fan craves: the combat and class design. At its core, Ashes of Creation offers a hybrid combat system, so you get the best of both worlds, a mix of action and tab targeting where you can seamlessly transition between the two. For the classes, this is where things get a little mind-blowing. With 64 class combinations, the possibilities are vast. You start by choosing a primary archetype, including the mage, tank, ranger, cleric, bard, fighter, rogue, and the summoner, which is the one I am personally looking forward to the most. Unfortunately, this archetype will only go live in phase 3 of Alpha 2. At level 25 you can pick a secondary archetype to give you your final class combination. For instance, a mage who picks fighter becomes a battle mage, or a summoner ranger combination turns into a beastmaster. Really curious though how fancy combinations like ranger tank will work. Now finally to the point that hooked me personally to Ashes, that truly sets Ashes apart from today's MMO landscape. There will absolutely be no pay to win and no pay to convenience. That's right, no sneaky cash shop advantages, no premium shortcuts, no more slots in your inventory. This is a game where everyone earns their progress. Nothing can be bought to give one player an edge over another. And there's a reason for this. The founder of Intrepid Studios, Stephen Sharif, didn't just build this game to make money. He did it because he disliked the state of the MMORPG genre. The rampant pay-to-win mechanics in other games drove him to create Ashes from his own funds, freeing him from the influence of corporate investors and publishers. This means no boardroom full of suits will dictate game design. Stephen and the team at Intrepid have complete creative control, allowing them to stay true to their vision of a fair, player-driven experience.
Alright, I gotta admit, this Ashes of Creation sounds like the MMORPG we've been waiting for.
See? I told you, man. No pay-to-win nonsense, no shortcuts, just pure grind and glory.